So right now we are inside Elementor page builder. Okay, from here first close the navigator. I will make you familiar with navigator later, but for now just close it. And here is the fun part begin. We will be creating our website just by drag and drop. Okay, now first let me make you familiar with all these options. Here everything you can see on the left, all these are Elementor elements or Elementor widgets. Like if you scroll down, you can see here tons of Elementor or Elementor widgets. And then on the right side, this is our website canvas. Now let's say if you wanna add a heading into your website, all you need to do, you just need to find here your heading widget. Here I can see heading widget. Let's just drag this heading widget or heading element from left to right. So I'm just dragging it to the right side within the canvas here. Then if you wanna change this text, for example, I just wanna change it to Jim Fahad Digital. So here I'm typing Jim Fahad Digital. Then if you wanna make its alignment to centered, you can do it from here. From alignment, I'm making it centered. Then if you wanna do some styling with this heading, then from left, you just need to go under style tab here. Then to change it color, you can just click here to open the color picker. Now from this color picker, you can change its color to any other color. Also you can play with this bar, so change it to any other color wheel. Let's say if you want to make it red, so drag it to the very right, and from here I'm making its color to red. Then if you wanna work with its typography, just from here click on this pencil icon. You can change the font family from here. So I just wanna change it to any other font family. You see there are tons of font families. All these are Google fonts, so they are super fast to load. Only for example, let's say here I'm searching for Poppins, so let's select Poppins. You see the font has been changed instantly. Then if you want to increase or decrease the font size, you can do it from here. You just need to drag this bar to the right. You see the font size is increasing. If you drag it to the left, the font size is decreasing. Then you can change the font weight. For example, if you want to make it more bolder, you just need to select a higher number. Like here I'm selecting 800. You see it's becoming more bolder. Then from this transform, you can make all them uppercase, or if you want you can make them lowercase. I'm just keeping it default. Then from here style, you can make it normal or italic. Also you can change the decoration from here, like you can make it underline or overline or line through like this. Let's keep it default. And then if we now go under advanced tab here, you can play with the spacing. Let's say if you want to add some space at the top of this heading, all you need to do, just from here you can play with this padding. First of all, you just need to unlink the padding. So I'm clicking here to unlink it, and let's say I just want to add some space at the top. So from here let's add some space at the top. I'm adding 40 pixel of padding. You see 40 pixel of padding has been added at the top. Now if I also want to add some padding at the bottom, then from here I'm adding 40 pixel of padding at the bottom. It's easy like that. But instead of 40, I'm just putting here 10. Alright, now let's say underneath this heading, if you wanna put some text, then all you need to do, just from here click on this Rubik's Cube icon. Now from these elements, I'm searching for text editor. This one is text editor. Just drag this text editor underneath this heading widget here. Then you can change this text to any other text. Now if you wanna do some styling, then you need to go under the style tab. From here you can change the text color. So instead of this gray color, I just wanna make it, for example, blue. So the text color is now blue. You can change the alignment from here, like you can make it centered or right aligned. I'm keeping it centered. Then similar like this heading widget, you can play with its typography from this place. Also you can add the spacing like the padding or margin from under advanced tab here. I wanna show you some more fun stuff, like let's click on this Rubik's Cube icon again, and from here I'm just dragging this button widget to the right side underneath this paragraph here. Now you can make its alignment to centered. Just from here click the alignment to centered, and then if you want to link this button to any other place, like if you want to link this button to your other page, then you can put this pages link here. Also, if you wanna link this button to any other external website or your social media accounts, you just need to put the URL or web address here. For example, I just wanna link this button with my main website, that's jimfahaddigital.com. So here I'm putting my website address, that's jimfahaddigital.com. So if anyone now clicks on this click here button, that will take them to my main website, that's jimfahaddigital.com. Similar like other elements, if you wanna do some styling with this button, you can do that from under style tab. From here, if you want, you can play with its typography. Just click on this pencil icon. From here you can change the font family, font size, font weight, similar like other stuffs, I mean the heading or paragraph. The way you have changed their typography, you can change the button's typography following the same way. And then if you want, you can change the background color of the button from here. So instead of this green color, let's say I wanna make it black. You see the background color is now black. Then only to give you an example, let's say if you wanna change the background color of this button on hover, then from left just click on hover, and here I'm changing the background color to red. Only just an example. So if I now hover over on this button, you see the background color is becoming red. Then if I go under advanced tab, from here you can add the spacing. Let's say if you want to add some space at the top of this button, then you can do that from here. I'm just unlinking the margin from here because I just want to add the margin at the top. So here I'm adding 50 pixel of margin at the top. You see it's added at the top here. So the basic fundamental is whenever you drag any element or widget from left to right, you can change that element's basic content from here, from this left tab. Like you can change the text, you can change the URL, not only with a button, with any other thing. Like if you also select the heading, you see from under content tab you can change the main contents. Then from under style tab you can change their designing stuff like their color, their typography, their fonts, all those stuff. And then from under advanced tab you can play with their spacing. I hope you already understand the basic fundamental of Elementor. So for now I'm just closing it. So let's click on X. And now before we start creating our real page, I wanna do two other settings. And we need to do those two settings from our WordPress dashboard. So if we now want to go back to our WordPress dashboard, we just need to click on this hamburger icon. From here I'm clicking on exit to dashboard. Now from this place, let's now hover over on Elementor. From there go to settings. Let's first click on here advanced, and I'm making this one, it says enable unfiltered file uploads. I'm making it enable. Let's now scroll down, click on save changes, and then go under experiments tab. From here I'm searching for flexbox. Here we go, it says flexbox container. Let's now make it active. Now scroll down and click on save changes. Now we can go back inside Elementor. So from left go to pages to all pages, and here is our home page. Now from here we can also just click on edit with Elementor. So I'm clicking here, and as we have enabled flexbox container, that's why we can see here an element, it says container. Actually this one is the main game changer. Now I want to make you understand the main fundamental of the flexbox container. If you understand this, you can create any type of layout. So the next 5 to 6 minutes is the most important part. If you understand this basic thing, you can literally create any type of layout by yourself. Now if you wanna create a new container, you just need to click on this plus icon, and from here you can select any of these structures. And here the first one, here you can see this down arrow. If you select it, then your container would be column directed, and if you select the second one, then your container would be row directed. You will understand it properly if I give you real life example. So from here I'm just selecting this column directed container. Let's select it. And only to give you an example, I'm giving it a minimum height. So from here, let's just select the VH and I'm giving it 80 VH. Also within the container, I just want to add some padding, so go under advanced tab, and from here I'm adding 20 pixel of padding. Now just remember, we have taken this container first, so this is the main parent container, and within this container I just wanna take some child container. Okay, so to do it, just click on this Rubik's Cube icon, and from here I'm dragging the container inside the parent container here. First of all, I'm making this child container content width to full width, and I'm making its width to 30%, only to give you an example. Also, I'm making its minimum height to 120. And to make you understand the concept better, I'm just giving it a background color. Just go under Style tab. From here, let's click on this classic icon, and I'm opening the color picker. Let's select a light green color like this. Okay, now I just wanna duplicate this inner container couple more times. So just right click here, click on duplicate, and again right click here and click on duplicate. Now have a look, this is our parent container. To select it, click on the 6 dots. Now from under layout, if I open the items, you see its direction is set to none. Basically the default direction is set to column, this one. So at this moment, this parent container's direction is set to column, and that's why all these child containers is aligned one after another vertically. Now if you wanna make all these child container horizontally centered, you can do it from here. You just need to select align items to centered. You see they're all together centered here. Now if you wanna make them left aligned, you can set the align items to flex start, this one. You can also right align them from here, but I'm keeping them centered. But have a look here, within the parent container, at this moment they are horizontally centered, but vertically they are at the top. So if I now wanna make them vertically centered as well, then from the justify content I need to make them centered. So they are now horizontally and vertically centered within the parent container. There are also several options, like here it says space between. If I select space between, you see now the first child is aligned to the top, the last child is aligned to the bottom, and the middle child is aligned to the middle. But instead you can make them top aligned or bottom aligned or centered aligned. Okay, now I wanna show you another thing. Instead of this column, if I now make this main parent container to row direction, you see now the child containers are going one after another horizontally. And if I now make the align items to flex start, they are now vertical at the top. We can also make them vertically at the bottom by clicking on flex end, but I wanna just keep them at the center. Also, if we now want to make them horizontally centered together, then from justify content I need to select the center. I believe you can now understand the column direction, also the row direction. If you are not clear about it yet, just watch the last 4 to 5 minutes couple more time, you will get the full concept clearly. So here let's set it to column. Okay, now I wanna show you another thing. Like here, this is the parent and these are the parent's child. Now if I put any content inside of these containers, I mean within the child containers, then this container will become the parent of the inner element. I'm giving you an easy example. So to add an inner element, I'm just clicking on this plus icon, and from here, only to give you an example, I'm dragging this icon element within this middle container, I mean middle child container here. Okay, now from here I'm selecting this container. Let's go to its items, and at this moment it's actually column directed because this is the default value, but to make you double sure, I'm making it column aligned. Now let's make the align items to centered. Actually you cannot see any change because it's already vertically centered. So if I select centered, you see there is nothing changing. But if I just change the justify content to centered, you see it's now vertically centered. So this element, this child element will follow its immediate parent rule, that's basically this container's rule, and these three inner container will follow its parent, this container, the main container's rule from here. And I know this type of theoretical explanation is super boring and I don't wanna make you more bored. Trust me, when we will design our real website, it would be more fun. So let's now just delete all these theories. So to delete it, from the top, click on this X